Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I hope you're doing well. We are back today for index card a day number 18. So 18th day. I've been posting these in kind of little like grouplings. We'll see if I post this one today or if it gets grouped with tomorrow. I'm not sure. Things are a little bit bananas. So that's okay though. I'm feeling a lot better though. Thank you so much to everyone who sent me like lovely messages, and you know, I appreciate you. Kind of like super bizarre like being sick, because it's been like 2 weeks and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is this the new normal now? Do we just get sick forever? But you know, I think I'm finally there. I went on week 1. So let me get into this before I get into my spiel about everything else. We're going to start with this card today, which is funny. It's F. And I stamped the word art on it because I was doing something a long time ago. And I just found this card hovering in my scrap bin. So let's use it up. So let's make something. Today, let's be random. I am just playing with this book, America's Wild Woodlands from National Geographic Society. So let's go through this and find something kind of fun to do. I'll back up a little. I'm a little close. There we go. So yeah. So I did go to the doctor on week 1 of this whole not feeling well thing, because like I don't want to be like missing work days because I'm so busy. I have a lot going on right now. I'm working on some major things and making good progress, and I don't want that to like start to fall behind because then it will make my life no fun. Ooh, that's pretty with the catkins from the paper birch. That might be a nice way to get started. Let's do that. So the doctor was so weird though. Like I went to a walk-in clinic because I have a new like family doctor. I haven't met her yet, but it's a little bit far for me to travel to my family doctor these days. And like I've just been trying to not waste a lot of time. So I thought I'll just go to a walk-in because, you know, I've been sick for like a week now and it doesn't seem to be clearing up, and my throat was hurting, and I'm like, I think I probably have either strep throat or like something that's not going to go on its own. So when I went to the walk-in, the doctor I saw was this guy. He was, you know, fine. There was like no wait at all, because when I went into the clinic, it was really empty. I got called in right away, so that was a nice bonus. But like when I got in there, he was so strange. So I had a mask on because like, you know, I was coughing a little and I don't want to make people sick. But like, you know, he asked me, so I spent, I'm not kidding you, no more than 2 minutes in the office with him. He was very weird. And I have since looked up his reviews, and my experience is not unique at all, which is really unfortunate that we have these kind of people. So I came in, he asked me a bunch of questions like, is your nose blocked? No. You know, do you have a fever? No. You know, like all these different questions, and most of them I had said no. And so then he quickly got me to hop up on the table, and from very far away, he like looked at my throat, but like said that it was fine. You know, I told him my ear was really hurting. And he said, oh, like he looked at it with his light and he said it was fine. And I was like, okay, so like, is this a mental problem? Like what exactly? You tell me, right? And like, I know I'm sick. Like I knew I was sick. It wasn't something I was imagining. I think most people know when they're sick. I'm just joking about the whole mental problem thing. That's like medical gaslighting at its finest. So he recommended me like a medicated mouthwash for like my sore throat, which was like fine. And then he recommended like a nasal spray, which was like, okay, I'm seeing more often, at least with my kids, more often these days, they do give out these like nasal sprays to kind of help with post-nasal drip and that kind of thing. But I felt like, okay, well, but my ear hurts. Like, what's any of this going to do? He's like, oh, well, it's probably sinus related. Just take Tylenol, cold and sinus. So for like an entire week, I took Tylenol, cold and sinus to like the maximum allowed dosage, which is just 6 capsules a day, you know, every 6 hours kind of thing. and it was making me a little dizzy, groggy. I don't do well on cold meds of any kind. That's why I don't take them. And still not improving. Every night I tried to sleep was worse. Even if I took NyQuil, it was just my throat was hurting. So I just wasn't getting better. So then today is, it's closer to the end of the week. But I guess on Tuesday, I decided, like, okay, I've had enough of this. It's been a week and my throat's still hurting. I'm not feeling a lot better. I'm not improving. So I went to a different walk-in because, again, I don't want to go all the way to my family doctor. I've got to sort that out. And so, like, it was kind of the same experience, but with this woman. And I've seen her before. She actually dismissed something with my daughter once that really annoyed me because, again, I had to go back and deal with another doctor because she didn't do her job. So, like, you know, I saw her and I was like, oh, not this woman, because I know what she's all about. And then it was the same thing. Like, she just, like, under 2 minutes again, like, no discussion about what was really wrong with me. Looked at my throat, said it looked, you know, fine. Looked at my ear and said, oh, it's just slightly red. And I'm like, you know, I have a pretty good pain tolerance. So I thought I'm going to push her a little more. I said, look, you know, I think I have a middle ear infection. I think you're just kind of, maybe just looking at a distance here in my ear isn't enough. I think I have a middle ear infection. And this is actually something that, like, the last time I went into her, she misdiagnosed with my daughter. She said there was nothing wrong, but my daughter actually had a quite serious middle ear infection, which needs different meds than just the drops that you get for, you know, your typical little ear infection. So she then just decided, like, oh, okay, fine. You know, basically you're telling me you have an infection. You know, she didn't say that, but, like, I could tell that's sort of how she was reacting. So she's like, okay, well, I'll give you, you know, some antibiotics. You know, you must have an ear infection. And I'm like, okay, great. So glad I could diagnose myself for you. That's lovely. So she gave me like a 5-day or 7-day course of antibiotics. And surely enough, like, we started the aggressive, you know, 2 in the first day, 1 for the rest of the days dosage. And, like, as soon as I took them, like, maybe 2 hours later, I felt different. Like, my throat felt less angry, and, like, now it's like it's just the second day I've been taking them, and I feel like already, like, I'm feeling so much better. My throat doesn't hurt, my ear is much better. Like, I sort of woke up in the night thinking, like, did my eardrum break? Because it felt kind of, I don't mean to be graphic here, but, like, kind of squishy or something. And, you know, like, there was fluid in the inside of my ear, but, like, nothing that you could remove yourself. It's too deep in your ear canal. So I was very paranoid, but now, I mean, my hearing was even a little off. So now it's all getting better. So clearly I have an infection that requires antibiotics, but, like, I'm so, I think, confused and kind of disturbed that, like, for whatever reason, like, these doctors just aren't listening. And I really don't like that, because I'm, like, the kind of person who, you know, I believe in medicine and I believe in all this, but, you know, I think there's a real issue in Canada. We have quite a shortage of doctors, and where I live, most of the doctors are you know, they've immigrated here, which doesn't change that they're doctors. It doesn't in any way question their skill or anything. But there's a lot of people here who also, just the citizens who have immigrated here, also, like, you know, all from South Asia. And the problem is, like, that they don't have health insurance, and it stinks because they've got to pay out of pocket. So, like, not health insurance, but, like, our OHIP, our socialized, like, healthcare. Like, you have to be in the country and have a certain status to get it, you know, for a certain time. Like, when my husband immigrated here, there was a certain amount of time where he couldn't get coverage until he had been here long enough, or he had a certain status. I can't exactly remember how it works, but yeah, it's no fun to not have coverage. So, like, they have to pay, at least what I see, like $75 or something whenever they see a doctor, which must be just so upsetting to pay so much money. And I'm sure for my American friends, some of you are chuckling like, oh, you think that's bad? And I feel sad for you too. No one should pay for medicine. We should all just have it as a human right. And so they have a rule at this clinic that when you come in, you've got to pay $75 in cash. And that's what gets me. And that's why I bring up the immigration story, not because I'm trying to insult immigrant doctors or anything like that, but you know, the problem is that when there's an opportunity to make something a business, people will. And I worry about that. More or less, like, I'm not so concerned for myself because, like, you know, I'm blessed with the option that I do have a family doctor, and I could just, you know, I could have just went to my family doctor at the end of all of this. But, like, what bothers me is that not everybody does, right? They don't have a family doctor here. Also, they're paying for care. And I look at it like, what if I had dropped $75 in cash, gone in, gotten this lousy 2-minute assessment from this quote unquote doctor, and then, like, you know, it didn't help me at all, and I was like, that was just the way it is. Like, I think that stinks. So, like, I don't know. I'm not going to go back there again. I was really irritated, like, afterward, you know, because I do try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I sort of feel like that clinic particularly, and maybe quite a few of these walk-in clinics that act this way, where they see a patient for like 5 seconds and then push them off, they're doing it so that you come back and you pay again and you pay again. And, you know, because he said to me, the first doctor said to me, but if you're not feeling, you know, better in 3 days, let me know, like, just come back and let me know. And I'm like, so, like, you know something's wrong, you know, but you're prescribing me OTC meds, you know, and giving me irrelevant things. And, like, the other thing, when I went to the pharmacy, so the girl said to me at the pharmacy, she was like, well, she wasn't, you know, she was the pharmacist, actually. She said, so did the doctor tell you how to take this, this mouthwash? Because he just wrote here, as directed. He didn't actually direct how you should take it. And I said, he did not, but I'm going to assume, like, probably when I brush my teeth, like morning and evening, I should do this. I'm guessing 3 times a day is too much. Like, she's like, well, you can do it up to 4 times. But yeah, I would follow what you're saying. Like, just do it in the morning and in the evening. So I was like, okay. So, like, then she told me that the nose spray was actually for allergies. So then I was like, what? Like, this is not allergies. So yeah, it didn't really help the situation, but I don't know. Stinky. Maybe they're just bad doctors and it's not some scammy money thing, but it kind of feels like they just want to get paid for more than one $75 office visit or something. And, you know, because of the socialized healthcare, it gives them this weird leveraged opportunity to do this to people, and I don't like it. I don't like it for people who have to pay, because that would have made me a lot grouchier. But I'm still grouchy because, like, it cost me a work day. I missed a day of work because I wasn't feeling well enough to work, and I don't have time for that right now. And, you know, for people who don't get paid when they don't go to work, I'm sure that would be even worse. Like, if I worked at, you know, a place that was like shift work, that I wasn't a salaried employee, that would be an even bigger impact. So today's PSA is boo to stinky, mean doctors who don't want to care for people. Maybe consider a different career because you're not helpful. That being said, grouchy me with my grouchy cold, I'm getting better. And we actually made something. Yay! So here's today's card. This fun little birch with this little birdie here and a label. And then added this little snail on the back as just a little surprise because he's fun. So that is today's card. I may attach this video to the next one because I have a little thing I have to do tonight. I am going to see OVO with my daughter, the Cirque du Soleil show in Toronto. So I will be doing that this evening. I may not have time to get this video uploaded. So if I don't see you in like 2 seconds from now with tomorrow's card, then I will see you super soon, and sending you lots of healthy vibes, good doctors, and love. Bye for now. Hi everyone, it's Cindy. I hope you're well. So it is day 19 of Index Card a Day. I'm not going to pull out my whole title page though because I'm stitching this to the last video, which was day 18. So we're going to do 2 cards in one video. I had a lovely evening last night, went to OVO, Cirque du Soleil in Toronto. It was so good. Ugh, incredible people, like incredible performers, contortionists, like that just blow your mind at how they can move and balance their whole entire body. I totally recommend Cirque du Soleil if you've never been. Check it out. They are amazing. Okay, so we're going to go with this index card today, and I am going through books because I'm working on a project right now, and today, let me back up a little. We have this cute book from Marigold Press called A Tale of Tales. So I thought I'd pick from it today to make our card. Peppers. Oh, what a strange looking kangaroo. Kitty cat. Horse. What do I want to do? There's an elephant. Everyone has a tail except me. So cute. Some of these are very funny. I like the fish. Fish could work. A fish card might be fun for today. A snail. I play with this. That's a nice snail. A froggy. A frog could be fun too. Oh, squirrelies. How sweet. Okay. I might go to the frog. The pig sniffing the snake tail is cute, but we're going to go frog. Okay. So yeah, OVO is really cool. The only thing that I'd say was weird about it, like I loved the whole show. The people were nice. The concessions were super, I mean, insane expensive. I got, I got 2 drinks and 2 cotton candies, and it was $40. I was like, whoa, it was wild. But you know, you kind of come to expect that because that's how they fund these things. But whew, that was worse than like most of the like Mervish theater where I see a lot of shows. I was not expecting it to be like so crazy, but it definitely was. I like the little tadpole. All the stages of the frog. It's very cute. But yeah, the show is amazing. So OVO is, it's an insect themed, you know, because Cirque du Soleil has like 100 shows-ish that go on all around the globe. It started in Quebec, and so it's a Canadian-born production. And they have about 100 different shows that tour the world, and they're in all different themes. So OVO's theme is insects, primarily, and it's a really colorful, incredible show. Like, and the way that they do it is like you get these kind of, you know, sets of different performers doing contortion and acrobatics and, you know, like human circus kind of stuff, because I don't do animal circuses. They're not nice to animals. So I just, the costuming was amazing as always. The makeup, the scenery, the music, it was just brilliant. So yeah, the only thing that was kind of bizarre was they have like an VIP experience. So you can pay extra for your ticket to be essentially a VIP. And I think it's like sponsored by like MasterCard or something. It's one of these like, you know, you get special kind of things like, I don't know, behind the scenes or something. But to me, the way they do it, it's kind of like there's multiple levels. So like if you're just a basic like VIP, I think it's just that you get in a half hour early onto like, so they have this, there's a part of Toronto that's sort of on the edge of Toronto that's called Etobicoke, and it's a big circus tent there, but they have kind of like a little circusy village that's all behind a gate, and it's next to the 401 highway, so you can get off the highway and you get right in Toronto, and you can very quickly kind of get to their location. And so that was kind of fun to get in there. But the people who were the VIPs, sort of, I arrive early pretty much everywhere I go. I don't know, it's like part of my comfort zone to be early for things. So these people began to arrive, And the way they acted was like so entitled and weird. Like they kept like butting in front of each other and sort of like trying to look for lineups that they would be in the front of. Like it's kind of like reminiscent of how kids act when like they're getting lined up, you know, to go into a school for some reason. Like they get really hyped about being the first one in line. That's how these people acted. And my daughter and I were kind of goofing around. She was like, she had a little ball and she was kind of jumping around in the parking lot playing with the ball, and I was just watching her and taking pictures and doing whatever. But it was so strange to watch. And then there was this really dramatic woman who came, and I wish I could have, I mean, this is so bad. I'm so bad for saying this, but I wish I could have filmed the experience because it was so funny watching her. So like imagine there's like, you know, one of those gates, right? Like they, you know, those like, they're like a car seat belt, you know, kind of line thing, right? That you can't go past. So she comes walking along in these crazy high white heels and then did like almost like a, what's the name of that sport where like you go under like a like a stick. There's like a stick on two ends and you like go under it, you shimmy under it, you bend your body. I forget. But she literally did that kind of a move under it. And there was no one in line or anything because everyone had been told we don't open until 6:30 or something. So people were just chatting and whatever. We were talking to this lovely woman and we did see this woman walk up and she like shimmies under this thing and she had like a man with her. He didn't do that. But as soon as she did it, like we'd been listening to, there was like a security kind of like group there who I think greet the guests because like they've got to check your bag to see if you have anything, you know, they have a metal detector because like we have to protect people in shows and things. So it alerted immediately the security people that she did this, and so she was told right away, like, hi, yeah, no, we're not open yet. And then she said something and I just heard like VIP and they're like, yeah, no, we know that. All those folks out there have VIP passes as well, but they're waiting because, you know, the VIPs can get in, I think maybe at 6 and then everybody else, they get in at 6 to go to this beer garden tent or something. It's like a little trailer of like, where they serve alcohol. And then everyone else gets in at 6:30, who isn't like a VIP member, although we weren't VIP members, because like I didn't upgrade my tickets to VIP because the main part of the experience was about access to alcohol, which I was there with my daughter and I probably wouldn't drink at the circus anyways. At Cirque du Soleil, it's kind of weird. So we get in and, you know, they actually let us in at the same time as these VIP people, but there was just a lot of that weird kind of entitled, like, behavior. And I don't know. I'm like a people watcher, but I'm also a pretty chill person when it comes to like events. Like I don't freak out and try to butt in front of people because like the thing is it's all assigned seating, so nothing you do matters like to your seating. And like even when we were waiting in kind of like the line, we were just again still chatting with this same lovely woman that we kind of were chatting with. These two girls kind of came and they like stepped in front of all of us like they wanted to be first in line, which was totally fine, didn't care. But then they started like, you know, the lines were getting longer because it was like 2 or 3 minutes from the time we were allowed to go in. And I just heard the one girl say like, oh my God, are you effing kidding me? I think they're letting people in on the other side. If they're doing that, I'm going to be so mad. And I'm like, why? Like, why are you going to be mad though? It doesn't matter because we aren't, you know, it doesn't matter. You have an assigned seat. So yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I think I was surprised about with the experience. The staff were great, like nice people, all of that. I got my kids. They had these really, so like one of the things they have at Cirque du Soleil, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like, imagine, let me draw this thing for you because it's kind of neat. I just want to talk about it. So I got my kids one, and it's shaped kind of like this. So it's kind of like, almost looks like a fishing reel. So it's shaped kind of like this, and the edges are round, okay? These are rounded edges. And the whole thing glows in the dark, and it lights up, and it has this reel that goes around it. And then it has like these long, kind of stiff, 2 different like thin plastic things that have handles on them. And when you move it, like the whole thing spins really, really quickly, and it lights up and it's glow in the dark. And the colors, there's LED colors in it, and it changes. Like the colors change. So my daughter like immediately fell in love with it when they're bright green, and she saw this guy playing with one, and he was really talented with it. Like, and these parts, they can extend really long. So like you could go play in a field, and like you'd feel like you were some kind of, you know, highly skilled performer, but like you don't need a lot of skill to use this thing. And I'm sorry, I don't know what it's called, but at Cirque du Soleil during the show, they actually had like one of the scenes where it's all dark, and this guy comes out in like this black outfit that has like all these LED lights that kind of, they go through these little channels on his costume, so it makes him look like a insect with all this kind of invertebrate, you know, sections of his body. And he had 4 or 6 of these things, and they were glowing in the dark and lighting all up. And his had really long reels, so they would go way out on top of the audience, and he'd pull it back in, and he had so many going at once. Like it was just like, it was so cool. But like it's kind of nice because like it gives the audience the ability to kind of buy pretty inexpensively. I think it was $22 or something, to get this thing that you can play with that you saw in the show, and like really great for kids. Like I thought that was really fun. So yeah, highly recommend. I'm trying to decide if I want to do anything else with this frog, and I kind of feel like I just like him on his own. He's just very cute like this, so I may just let him be. And I just added a little bug there on the back because I like adding things on the back that are kind of relative to the thing. So that is today's card, and then I should have yesterday's right around here somewhere, right here. Okay, so we do have our 2 cards. I'm probably yammering a lot because I haven't talked to anybody in like days because I was sick and I was protecting my voice. So sorry if I'm like way more chatty than you're in the mood for today. I get it. But yeah, I feel good because I can kind of talk. My voice is back. Yay. So anyways, these are our cards for days 18 and 19. And I'm still enjoying doing this a whole lot. I hope you guys are maybe following along and doing well and having fun with whatever projects you're working on. I'd love to know what you're working on. It's like, it's, you know, we're getting into summer, so YouTube gets a little more quiet. I've noticed that, and I was talking with a few of my friends in group chat about it who are all creative YouTubers, and we're all kind of like, YouTube feels a little quiet lately. Have you noticed that? And it's like, yeah, me too. Like, so I know there's been a lot of people probably taking vacations and things. So let me know what you're up to. I would love to hear what projects you're working on or what you're doing, what your summer plans are. And I will be back real soon with more icad because I really enjoy it. And I'm also working on other things. These are coming soon. I showed those to you, I think, a couple days ago. And I will have some more projects. I'm just kind of making a slow return back so I don't overdo it with this this voice. I'm going to finish out my medicine and stuff before I go too crazy talking on YouTube. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye for now.